So Keyshawn Davis comfortably beat Nahir Albright in his rematch. Of course, the first fight was ruled a no contest, but originally was a majority decision to Keyshawn Davis. And I do think Keyshawn deserved to win the first fight too. But of course was overturned due to Keyshawn testing positive for Bud, which I rate, of course. And then Nahir Albright in his own right went on to fight Keyshawn's bigger brother and beat him. And quite comfortably, in my opinion, beat, I think, is it Kelvin Davis? Beat him pretty comfortably and sort of showed him levels, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Nahir Albright deserved to beat Kelvin Davis and did so rightfully. But then the rematch, of course, with Keyshawn. And Keyshawn is far better than he was when he first fought him. And you can just see Keyshawn's just gone from strength to strength in the pro game. Fight after fight, he just looked better than his last fight. In his fight, even though he got deducted 2 points for body slamming Nahir Albright, which was crazy. And that does, in a way, sum up Keyshawn Davis as well, where he does go a bit over the line in terms of wanting to entertain the crowd. Or, people, the jury's still out whether it's him trying to entertain the crowd or is it him being actually being childish and losing his composure. Because he's had a couple of instances now, this being one of them, where, body slamming Nahir Albright, he doesn't need to do that. He's beating Nahir Albright comfortably in this fight. Albright's frustrating him a bit with the clinching, but that's boxing, bro. Like, again, it feels a bit like Keyshawn is just so overexcited in there that, like, especially when he can feel he's better than a guy, he feels like he can just get them out of there immediately. And at the pro game, it's a lot harder because guys will do stuff like hold on to you. If you've got blistering fast hands and you're closing the distance and putting combinations together on these guys, guess what? They're not going to stand there and take the shots. They're going to try and clinch you and hold you and push you back and move you. And I understand Keyshawn's like, well, I'm a better boxer than this guy. Like, let's get on with it. But Nahir Albright wants to survive in there. And Nahir Albright was doing more than just surviving, to be fair. He did show some fight in there. Definitely wasn't just a body for Keyshawn Davis to roll over. That wasn't the case at all. Albright did show some resistance. Like I said, did a good job at times clinching and slowing the fight down and trying to contain Keyshawn Davis. Ultimately, he couldn't do that. And Keyshawn Davis, from the start of the fight, you see it, and Keyshawn's just putting these punches together just so cleanly. You don't often see that in boxing. Often it's first round at least is a feeling out process. With Keyshawn Davis, he's going in there, okay, straight away, double jab to the body, like let's get to it. And there is a bit of that amateur urgency in Keyshawn Davis, which has really benefited his career to date, right? And, in the amateur game, you've only got 3 rounds. You need to get your work in. Keyshawn Davis definitely has a lot of that amateur urgency. And I love to see it because I love amateur boxing. So I love to see that from Keyshawn Davis, that he's brought that over. So he brought that urgency over and has been increasing the power. In addition with the experience, there's no surprise that Keyshawn Davis, of course, is a former undefeated world champion at lightweight. He's now moved up to super lightweight. And now he's talking about maybe moving up to welterweight. I would like to see him capture a world championship on 140 purely because he can. Purely because, as of now, I still believe him to be one of the top names at 140. One of the guys to beat at 140. Him v. Dalton Smith. They talked about that. Keyshawn said he'd be down. I'm sure Dalton Smith would be down too. That could be a huge fight, but obviously Dalton Smith's injured at the moment. And he was going to fight Puello. But whatever, there's options there. For sure there's options there. And yeah, it just sees where Keyshawn Davis wants to go next after this. He did mention welterweight, but I'll probably make a separate video about that. In fact, I have made previous videos about Keyshawn talking about going up to 147. So it's not something new that he's mentioned. But for me, I would like to see him capture a world title at 140 purely because I think he can. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the fight. In my opinion, much more comfortable win than the first fight. Even though Nahir Albright definitely had his moments in this fight. But Keyshawn Davis was never not in control of this fight, I would ultimately say. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the fight in the comments below. Did it go the way you expected? Did you think it was going to be a shorter fight? Did you think Nahir Albright deserved to win? Did you think he was going to win going into this fight? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.